Okay, well, that's a fun topic right there. So
Yeah,
you're saying
ADHD.
one of your children has been diagnosed with ADHD.
Well, no, all of them have been. I was ADHD as a child. I'm bipolar now.
Okay, well, is that something that you would like to hold on to, or something that you want to
It's not something
maintain?
I can do change so much as it is to just cope with, learn how to work with it. Not so much change it, but accept it and learn how to work with it appropriately.
Okay, all right. So for me, I was given Adderall in college. I went to the doctor, and I guess you could call me ADHD according to the doctor's visit. And what I took that to mean is my my attention is dialed into a higher dimension. And then I even made my own acronym of an ambitious, defiant, happy Danimal that maybe isn't meant to be domesticated by education and be told when to talk and when to sit down and when to stand up and when to shut up and when to play. Maybe I decided to maintain my wild inner child and set the truth free beyond diagnosis or beyond labels. So I don't know about all your children and you being diagnosed with ADHD, but I trust that y'all think of it as a gift.
Well, I don't know how my older kids feel about it so much. They all did about like what I did, and we were ADHD as children, and then became bipolar as adults. What the children that have come back and talked to me, we talk on Facebook. That's why I stay on Facebook. It gets redundant after a while with the same posts all the time, kind of like TV. But I do like to keep in touch with my kids, and since they're not close, Facebook helps. But what we do is we do something productive when we have high energy. If we are low, we go ahead and take a nap. It doesn't hurt to take a nap. Sleep when you need to sleep.
Hey, from the way I see it, sometimes as planet Earth is showing right now, there's a volcano erupting in Bali, and
Yeah.
sometimes our nature erupts. I think there's like eruptions. There's a fast flow of energy. Sometimes it's more mellow. Right now it's cloudy and foggy in San Diego. That's like it being sunny in Seattle. There's always times. Nothing's ever the same in my opinion. So energy is always moving, and emotion is energy in motion. And I think when we let that free flow, as I talk about in the book, it's much more of a natural state to be in rather than letting someone else's diagnosis about our nature dictate how we behave.
Yeah,
So,
I liked in your book. I liked where you were talking about different techniques to because I like to think of myself as a pretty honest person. Every now and then I tell white lies. That's not very honest, but most of the time I try to tell the truth. And what really excited me was different techniques that you had developed to make yourself aware of the little white lies you tell yourself. Because I don't mind little white lies for other people, but I really like to stay honest with myself. Because my mother had a problem with convincing herself the lie was the truth, and that was very confusing growing up. So I try not to do the same thing myself. So at least if I'm not going to be honest with everybody else all the time, at least I need to be honest with myself all the time. And sometimes that can be confusing to find out.
man, well, I love your honesty I love your honesty about how you're not always honest. And if we're going to go down that rabbit trail, I believe the moment that we give an attempt to describe what's happening in the fragmented reality of words, it's a bit of a deception. I don't know if we can truly explain everything that's happening when we're using one word. Om, I like God, I like I am. It seems that the smaller words hold the most power, funny enough.
Yeah.
And I think that what you said right there, when I hear someone say, "Oh, I'm honest all the time," I'm like, I doubt it. I doubt it, because you're not even being honest of how you might be deceiving yourself. Hence why there's the little child that's maybe in a self-imposed prison by his own choice. Hence the Pinocchio picture. And I think that's cool. I think that's the first step of honesty is finding out how we're not being honest. and admitting that to ourselves. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for, I think that's a hero's journey in a way. Like if you were raised by someone that, I like those little bunny ears you're getting. But if you were raised by someone that wasn't willing to admit that, I love that you're doing it now. You're that's evolution. So I wonder what your kids are going to be doing that they may have thought that you didn't do. What do you think that might be?
That's a journey I haven't ventured down yet. That the future is untold. There's always something new. But if everything was the same all the time and nothing was new, it would be boring.
Exactly, that would be normal, or that's what people think as normal. But I agree that I like that you said that's a future untold. If you had to guess, is there anything that you have done in the past that you might be able to upgrade so that your children don't have to upgrade it for you? They can be like, wow. So like you can look at your mom and be like, wow, my mom used to be not as honest with herself, but now she's becoming so much more honest. I'm not sure what the situation with your mom is, but I'm wondering what's your own version of that story from your children's perspective, if that makes enough sense, with 3 minutes left.
Oh, I don't know. I would have to ask my children themselves,
Well, you have one of them right here.
Right on, we do.
Did you hear what he asked?
No.
She wasn't paying attention.
Is there, what's your name?
I go by Dolly, but my real name's Christina.
Okay, can I call you Christina then? All right, Christina. Is there anything that your mom is doing that you think could be done better, that you want her to see her do better? And you're like, come on, Mom, do this better. I want to see you do it, or I want you to be more honest, or I want you to be more playful. What made it? Is there anything like that right now?
Besides my mom, nothing really, but yes, but exercise, maybe.
Exercise, okay, so awesome. Maybe, Chris, so Felicity,
About my dad, though.
what'd you say?
Sorry. There's a lot of things about my dad.
Let's stick with your mom since she's here, and we have 2 minutes left of this call. I'm curious, is there a way that you think your daughter there might see you, when might see you become exercise more, or when will that happen?
When a bear's chasing me, I might be tempted to run away.
Have you spent much time hiking in Montana? There's some good bears.
I don't do much exercise, but I really need to. I'm thinking about getting a pair of roller skates and trying to skate with her when she goes skating, because she really loves skating. I took her last night. She had a blast.
Well, do it now. Keep doing that. Let's do that. Let's change that story.
Sitting there, watching her have fun, being bored, playing on my phone, just wishing the time would go faster. We were there 2 hours. If I had a pair of skates, I probably would have skated with her. At least a little bit.
Well,
until I get
maybe one day at a time. It's hard by the yard, but a cinch by the inch. So maybe start skating for 20 minutes one day, 21 minutes the next day, 22 minutes. A year later, you're skating for 2 hours with your daughter, and all of a sudden she doesn't have to tell the story. Well, maybe your new job is to play more. Maybe your new job is to play more with your children, so they don't have to tell the story that I wish my mom played more. And instead, they can be like, wow, my mom, the older she got, the more playful she got.
Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan.